I have had a lot of friendships over the course of my life, and many of them have lasted a long time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Some of them I still have. I have a friend that I have now been friends with for 34 years. It's wonderful to have a friend that I've had that long. But I have also ended a lot of friendships. And by the way, this is an important point, and I think people struggle with this. Not all friendships are made to last. And sometimes it seems like we feel that they are. We will say, oh, I've been friends with this person forever, since childhood, since high school, since college. We worked together. We had all these memories together. We've been friends for 15 years. And so it's almost as if they're saying, so we have to stay friends. We're going to be friends because we've been friends. And that's just not true. Our lives go in very separate directions. Some of us make decisions to leave the state, leave the country, to move, to have families and children, to start new jobs, to take on new interests and hobbies. And sometimes friendships just don't serve us anymore. There's not value being extracted on both sides. If you find yourself in a position where you've either been let down or disappointed consistently by a friend, or you don't feel valued or respected, or you're just not getting anything out of the friendship, just know that it's okay to end those friendships. Again, friendships aren't meant to always last forever. It's great when they do, but a lot of them serve us just during a period or a season in our life. What I wanted to share with you is a story about a friend that I had. It was a person that I was friends with for probably about 7 years. I think I became friends with them in about 2009 or 2010. And then our friendship lasted until about 2015, 2016. This friend of mine, we met through a mutual friend that we both had. And ultimately, we had a lot in common. We began to hang out a lot by ourselves. And our other friend that had introduced us did not feel bothered by that. And for many, many years, I was very good friends with this girl, this woman. And at some point, however, though, what I began to notice was that she liked to gossip about other people. I remember one situation in particular when we were at a Lakers basketball game here in LA, and she wanted to talk about this other friend we had. And she even said to me, hey, I know this would be kind of us gossiping, but gossip's sometimes fun, isn't it? And I sat there very heartbroken because I felt in my heart, one, no, it's not fun, and no, I don't want to gossip about our friend. But what I really felt strongly about is, if you're willing to gossip about her, you will also gossip about me, won't you? And I thought back to a situation that had happened a few months prior when we had been on a cruise together, and she was in the shower getting ready. I was there at the mirror doing my hair, and her phone went off. It was an alarm that we had set to alert us to, okay, we've got 20 minutes left to get out the door for dinner. And so I went to flick the alarm off, and right underneath where the alarm was, underneath that screen that she had left there, was a picture that I had posted and shared on Facebook and Instagram. And the picture was either of a number on the scale, or it was a size on a pair of jeans that I had bought. And at the time I'd been losing some weight, maybe 15 pounds. And I had gone from a junior's 13 down to a junior's 10, and maybe lost 15 pounds. And I had posted one of those things, I can't quite remember which, I think it was the size of the jeans, but I've been very proud of that. And it said, oh, look at the success I'm having. And she had taken that picture and sent it to the friend that had introduced us. And I felt strongly in my heart that it was to make fun of me and to say, oh my gosh, look at Amy. She's looking for all this, show with her weight loss, or why does she have to post this? I don't really know what the conversation looked like, but there I felt very convinced that they're kind of mocking me out. And shortly after both of these things happened, I pulled away from the friendship. I just stopped calling her as much, stopped being as available. And then the friendship kind of fizzled over time, and we are not friends any longer today. There were several other reasons that were a good time for the friendship to end, but it didn't bring me a lot of joy or value anymore. But I wanted to say a few things in regards to this situation. I was reminded by this when I saw a post from Mel Robbins the other day. And if you don't know who she is, she's a great speaker and influencer and coach. And Mel was ultimately making the point in one of her videos that if someone will gossip with you, they will definitely gossip about you. And the reason why you can feel so assured of that is that when people gossip, they do it as a bonding method. It's actually called triangulation. And they are using the talk of the other person that's not present to grow closer to each other. And so when people do this, it's kind of habitual. It's a part of their MO. It's a habit, a pattern of behavior of this is how I bond with people. This is something that I do to feel close to people. And so again, if they're going to talk about someone else in front of you, you can bet that they will also use that same behavior to get close to people when you're not around. And I just really felt in my heart that when I saw this video, I thought, yep, that's the exact situation with my friend. And I feel very happy, relieved, lighter, freer to have this girl out of my life, because there was a lot of aspects of our friendship that just, again, didn't serve me. And so I would caution you and be careful with that and say, if someone's gossiping in front of me, they're probably gossiping about me. And do I want to be friends with someone that does that? I think it is much more exciting, and Mel made this point in her video, to say, I'm not going to gossip. I never gossip. I always show loyalty to others. I always defend the absent. And because I do that, and everyone knows that about me, I surround myself or attract to me people that also have standards around that. And it's a nice place to be. So watch out for that. What I realized, however, though, as I was thinking about the situation, is I never really said anything to my friend about this. In the Lakers moment, I think I said, I don't really want to talk about that, or we could talk about other things. I'd rather talk about ideas than people. But I never really addressed these situations with her. I never went back and after the cruise said, hey, I was swiping your alarm off that we had agreed to set, and I saw my photo there, and it looked like you were sending it to our friend, and it kind of made me feel like you were talking about me behind my back. Is that true? Can you kind of explain this, or what happened here? I'm not upset, but I was kind of wondering. At best case scenario, your friend would kind of wake up to the fact of, if she had done it, oh my gosh, yeah, I did do that, and God, I didn't even realize that would be hurtful. And now if someone has said something to me about it, I get to think about that and change my behavior next time and become a better person, because I realize that is hurtful to my friend to do things like that. In the Lakers situation, I didn't say more convincingly or talk about it afterwards of, hey, it seems like we'd kind of get in this habit of you wanting to gossip and use me to do that. I really don't want to do that. That's just not who I want to be. I'd prefer we don't gossip. Can you understand that? How do you feel about that? She didn't get the chance to change in either situation. She didn't get any feedback in either situation. So there's no way of knowing, could the relationship have gotten better thanks to my feedback and my sharing how I felt about it? Could we have done much better? Would we still be friends today and have actually grown closer and had a stronger bond because I addressed these things with her? I don't know, because I didn't do it. So if I were to leave you with 3 ideas today, it's these. Number 1, friendships aren't always set or meant to last forever. If you've got one that you don't feel like is serving you, feel comfortable in saying goodbye to it. Number 2, if people are going to gossip with you, they will likely gossip about you, and you get to decide if you want that in your life or not. But if you decide you don't, you're going to have a great life, because again, you're going to attract and surround yourself with friends that also don't want to gossip and have standards around that. And number 3, if you're in a friendship that you care about saving or you've had some history with and you're not sure, okay, is it time, is it not time? Just leaving and not ever talking about it means that you'll never really know if the friendship could have evolved or changed or grown. And I didn't give my friend that chance. I did end up regretting that a little bit. It's always a great idea before you walk away to share with someone what your struggles are, what your frustrations are, and at least try to have a conversation around, could we maybe be open to changing this a little bit so it benefits both of us and the friendship? Those are my thoughts for you today on friendship. Everybody make a great day. Hope you're doing excellent. I'll see you guys very soon.